ovations, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Manning. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. There he goes. At the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Let's it fly. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing Manning. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. Their poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Now on the move. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got two great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about it.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the run, it's Owens. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Reed. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43.
this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Throwing Reed. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. On the move. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it, because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah.
Might have a chance. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that point.
And right down the middle. Comes. This is a gamble. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Arch Madness. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Snagged out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Arch to throw. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be fourth down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they all...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Gonna run it. It's Owens. Breaks the tackle.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Might be calling a hot route. In the gun, third down, Reed. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Arch is going to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for them there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Manning. And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Hand off for Brown. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Manning.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They're dealing with a second and long. Manning on play action. Unleashes one. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Under fire. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. He's already thrown one pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
Yeah, and you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate, stop making some of these bonehead plays.
Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Right on the money. He's trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll send the back in motion. Reed. Here comes the heat. Finds a man on the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's got his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the number 15 team, the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Jayhawks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That'll cap off the regular season with a mark of 7-5 and a shot at a bowl. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Quarterback making checks. There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Using his feet. Maybe a crease. The 10. Touchdown, Aggie! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Makes a catch.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
And the Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run with Brown. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Motion from the back. The run inside. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. Rifles it down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air, it's Reed. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. To throw, Manning. Moving out to the right. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring that.
So you know the defense is going to be king. And
caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Got enough for the first. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Reed makes the catch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Looking to pass, it's Reed. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands, guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Reed. It's complete on the right side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Floats it out in space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. A designed run for the quarterback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Reed. He fires one deep down the right side. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Aggies get it right back. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Here's Reed to throw. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
That is the score. Texas 35. Texas A&M 27. Number 38. Texas.
Not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The quick out. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got a step and just dusted the field. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start.
They've got him in the end zone for a safety, just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He'll field the punt.
The return brings it out to the 32, and the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's Manning to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Oh, he's got some space. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got it! Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he added the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And not a surprise, man. The biggest moment in the game on 4th down, gotta have it. They go back to the quarterback's legs. And the defense was absolutely not surprised. Been there, done that, bought the T-shirt and hat. They saw it, they diagnosed it, they came downhill, and they got him on the ground for the big 4th.